All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, everybody? Hold on a second. Hold on. There we go. Got my man Big Marley. Go Collects in here, the reigning champion. Sean Sullivan, Kevin, Ryan Shepard. Figured the title would be at the Pfizer, making a case to be vice president. I've been in Milwaukee the past 2 days, and I have never seen so many cops, AKs, guns, security. I am not going to Milwaukee anytime soon until they are out of town. So no vice president over here. I'd rather sit my ass at home, talk some best ball with you guys and Big Marley. We are waiting for, how many is it right now, Big Marley? I'll throw it to you. But we're in a fast $15 draft on Drafters. Still a couple spots left, so get in. Use that promo code SHIPIT right here. One sec. I teased you, Big Marley. If you're not a member or have an account at at Drafters, head over to Drafters. Use that promo code SHIPIT. They will match 100% from $20 to $100. Put in 50, they will give you 50. Put in 100, they will give you 100. $2 and $15 contests going on right now. No better spots to draft. So again, we are waiting still on a couple. How you doing today, Big Marley? And how many are we waiting on?
Good. We're waiting on 4. So get on in there. And they also got these bonuses over here to the right of the screen. You draft 10, you get a free bonus ticket. Draft 25, you get a second bonus ticket. Draft 50, you get 4 total. And then if you max draft, you get, what's this, 6 free ones, and then you get $100 bonus for all the pick'em stuff that they have, plus you get a Drafters t-shirt.
Yes, absolutely. I should have thrown my Drafters t-shirt on. They I think it was 2 years ago when I shipped it. They gave away it was 15 or 20 tickets when it was all said and done at the 150. Still, you go to Underdog, you go to DraftKings, obviously the 2 other biggest ones. They aren't giving away tickets at a certain one. You can max it for Underdog. You get a nice little cactus. I've given mine away to my grandparents, my mom every time. Doubt I max it this year. Give me tickets. Yeah, it makes nothing. Give me tickets. Give me even a shirt. Anything over a cacti. I didn't know that many fantasy players or basketball players enjoyed cactus. But what's going on, Chris?
Underdog, come on, step it up.
Did you max it last year and you didn't get one?
Yeah, I maxed it. I maxed a bunch of stuff last year. I didn't get anything.
You didn't get a cactus? Wow. Yeah, you better go start chirping them. That's not cool. I know, my man, Chris, what's going on, Chris? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. So what? How many are we waiting on still?
Still 4.
Still 4.
Probably got all our guys in.
Yep. Big Marley and I will be doing a little MMA education video after this, so be on the lookout for that. Already got the PGA, MLB, NBA, NFL. Another education course coming to SHIPIT. It was a monster week. Shout out to you, Big Marley. He made me some cheese with Montel Jackson. I raced his ownership a little bit. Juicy J, awesome call there. Was a good day. Tambo and I got a qualifier seats. Multiple people took first place in multiple contests. Big Marley all over it. Referral code, Kevin, right here. Drafters, SHIPIT is the promo code. So go to drafters.com. They'll match 100%, $20 to $100 using that promo code SHIPIT. $2 drafts on their second one, and a $15. They got $500K up top this year.
3 spots left.
3 spots left.
2 spots left.
2 spots. I love it. Everyone in chat right now, let me know how many drafts you are in total. I want to know total on all 3 sites. I guess if you're doing, what is it, FPPC? There's another one too. I guess you can include that one as well. But how many drafts you're in total so far? Then how many on Drafters you are on? Let me know both. Hey, my man. How you doing, Tyler Hicks? Hope you're doing well. Can't wait for football. Need another shipper. Good to see you, Tyler. Hope everything's going well with you. Tell Sprite I say hi as well. Almost there. Almost there.
Yeah, I haven't done any drafts yet today, so I'm itching. Let's get this started. Come on, guys, fill it up.
And you're still like what, 95%? Or you 100% all? Oh no, I see you got some slows going on up there.
Those are all the $2 still. Once those are done, then I'll do a few slows here and there.
But you're like 95%, 5% fast, slow, you'd say?
100% fast on this 15 so far.
Okay. And I am 99% slow, 1% fast every year, and the 1% fast is when I'm on this show streaming. So, and I will say the slow. So I was out Saturday at the casino with people, absolutely hammered, phone died, whatever. Nothing worse than you wake up with like 25 notifications, 15 minutes left in your pick. That was hours ago. And I'm checking some of these teams. It's like, oh, I take Laporta, then I took Kyle Pitts as an auto pick. Like I'm getting screwed on some of these, and not screwed, it's my fault. But that's the one tilting thing about slow drafts. If you have something going on in life or a day like that, you really get a little upset. I probably burned a couple $100.
Yeah, that's why I hate slows, because I end up autoing too much, especially on DraftKings. I did horrible last year on DraftKings because that's where I did all my slows.
Mm-hmm.
And if you miss one pick, they throw you on auto. So I ended up missing just a ton of them. Yeah. And I didn't even set rankings over there. So I moved one, so I didn't get screwed with the whole your draft doesn't count if you don't change rankings or if you're not doing it yourself. So I like changed one pick just to make it okay that it's going to count. But then I probably had like 6 to 8 auto drafts on every team, so I just got crushed over there.
Yeah, it wasn't a good year for me last year either as well. Can't win them all. Needed Puka, needed Kyron. Didn't have enough over here. 48 drafts on Drafters, 40 in Underdog. That a boy, go collect. I've seen you been grinding out there. This is the only tilting part. Like, man, 2 people. Like, how do we get 2 people?
I know, right? Only need 2. Usually when it's that full, like I'll go check, see if it's close to full. And if it is, I'm like, all right, I'll do some drafting right now. So maybe those people will come along. But if I get on and I'm just chilling, I look and there's one person in it, I'm like, oh, never mind. I'm not going to wait for that.
Yeah. Title, have you been drafting any Vidal? Don't like Dobbins. Don't think Dobbins will last. Gus an open field back. Count tons of work. I have not messed with too many Chargers running backs yet. I will say I fired up all my my slow drafts July 5th. I think it was July 5th. So a lot of my slow drafts, I'm still not even halfway through. I'm in like round 11. So I did a couple fast drafts. So I'm familiar with the board, but I haven't drafted enough in the back half of the board to really know how enough that like who I'm going to land on, etc. What about you, Big Marley? You have any bit of Vidal?
I'll show my exposures right now. Actually, I do have some of him. All positions, running back.
Favorite draft positions? Yeah, I like 2, 3, 4, 5. I like 1, 2. Pretty much I just don't like 10, 11, 12. I like the front half of the draft more than the back half.
I got 9% Vidal.
There you go. That's solid number.
Zach Moss, my favorite running back this year. He's my highest owned on Underdog too.
Wow. How far is Addison going to fall? That's a good question. And I don't think he gets suspended. Do you, Big Marley?
Yeah, I think he does, because last year he was driving 140, and then now he gets the drunk fall asleep at the wheel. I think they kind of got to set an example, suspend him for 2 games or something like that.
So, yeah, if it's 2 games, he probably falls. I still think he's ahead of like the Joshua Palmer range in the 96, probably like high 80s maybe if it's 2 games.
Yeah, I'd say closer 90s. To Palmer, maybe mid to late 80s.
I mean, he's still got the dome. They still especially should be trailing right now, a lot.
Like immediate news always is like people hammer it. So when it's not good news, people will just completely avoid them. So you might even be able to get them in the hundreds, especially right when they announce the suspension. People will completely avoid him. So you'll be able to get him at his absolute lowest right when they announce that suspension. And then that's when I want to start getting guys. Like anytime people are uncertain or scared of something, that's when I hop on board.
Yeah, I was already taking a decent. We're waiting for one, by the way, out there. I was already taking him, and I'm still – obviously he's probably going to fall more than he's going right now, so I'll probably hold off a little bit when I fire more slow drafts in 2 weeks or something, get them then. But I'm still in. I mean, even drafters, obviously, like Underdog and DraftKings, it's so much easier. Like even if it's a 4-game suspension, all the money's in the last 3 weeks anyway, dome games, etc. They should be trailing a lot. Like I already like Addis. I liked him. Potential will hurt a little bit. It hurts more on drafters, but so many teams you see, at least I started like 5 or 6 wide receivers, and Addison's the 6th one, even as the 5th one. you can survive 2, 3, 4 weeks of suspensions. Your top 4 receivers, you expect to use them a lot. Injuries happen a little later. So, yeah, I'm in on them. But, yeah, Chris says he's still in. Kevin's in.
This is my 67th $15 draft, and I have 0 in here so far. So now is when I'll start getting a little bit more Addison when he starts falling.
There we go. So Sean Sullivan in the Discord in the 1 spot. Don't know Uguze. Chris in here in the 3 spot. Carrie Beard and PGA. I'm guessing that is Kevin right there. I think Kevin's in here as well. Confirm as well. Gut P, Chris's friend. I see him all the way at the top of the leaderboards all the time. Angry Elf. Let me know if you're in here. Woozy. Big Marley right here in the 8 spot. I'm in the 9 spot. Back to back with Big Marley. Mo Stacks. Let me know if you're in here. And I know Go Collects. Reigning champ. T-Dubs as well in here in the Discord too. So, excuse me, over half the draft, familiar faces. Will you guys do any drafts on DraftKings? Yeah, I fired up. I probably got like 25, 30 going right now. I think for me, it goes drafters, clear as day, my favorite to draft on. DraftKings clear as day second, Underdog clear as day third. So I will have that as my drafts as well.
Yeah, I'm not doing much DraftKings at all this year.
Underdog and drafters for you?
Yep. And way less on Underdog, man. They're not sending me any cactus. I'm only going to max that big one. I'm not going to worry about any of their other contests.
That's so you hit them up. I've maxed it the past 3 years. I want to say 3 years, and I've got one every single year. And then this year, I doubt I get there.
Interesting. Yeah, usually when I hit them up for something, they don't have good customer service like Drafters does.
Yeah, no, Drafters the nuts. Sean Sullivan, the pick number 1. It is interesting. The CMAC ADP has definitely been shrinking in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if Lamb passes him.
Yeah, it's Sean Sullivan's contributing to the ADP drop.
Yep. I like top 8. If I get past 8, I don't like it that much. 9's all right because sometimes you'll even get a faller from that top 8. But 10, 11, 12 are the ones I do not like this year.
Yeah, that makes sense. I usually I like the first half a lot more with you too. I'm so bullish on Puka. I mean, I just think he's a man among men. So I get him at 8, 9, 10. I'm good with. Then Garrett Wilson too. I'm right back on the Jets train with Rodgers, so I am good there. But I do CMAC at 3. Holy Christmas, Chris. Who runs better? Runs better?
His first draft.
It is his first draft.
It's CMAC at 3. Nice.
CMAC at 3, too good. What's going on, Philly? What's going on? Ben Murray likes the live chat on drafters. I know Big Marley said it last week that someone sniped him or something, so he called them a fish. In the slow drafts world like me, I do not have enough time for that.
Oh, sick. Let's go. Bijan at 8. Love it.
Wait, Angry Elf, are you watching the show, buddy? I'm talking about Puka at 8 and you took him at 6? Or come on, man. I don't have much A.J. Brown, even though I damn near like Garrett Wilson more. I like Atlanta in the dome, but I got to diversify.
I like Brees Hall a lot.
Yeah, another Jets.
Not as much as Bijan. I was early in the season, it was Brees Hall going at 7, and then Bijan was 8, and I was taking Bijan at 7, so I was getting a lot of Bijan then, and then he ended up falling back into where my rankings are. So now I think the first round, I'm right in line with ADP pretty much, except for Brees Hall over A.J. Brown for me.
Brees Hall, yeah. I've been out of those 3, I have the least. I have more Brees Hall than A.J. I have more Puka than A.J. That's kind of like why I said diversify. I plan on 115 here. Don't have much A.J. on DraftKings either, so. Man, I love Olave too, but it's not a really. I'll go Devontae. Nah, I'm gonna go Olave. He's my favorite on the board. Olave in the dome, complete stud.
I'll take Devontae Adams. Get that little Netflix boost. I'm sure that'll pump up ADP a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tyler. I'm very bullish on the Jets offense. Just as long as Rodgers can stay healthy, he's going to have something to prove.
Yeah, that'll be huge. Oh, man, I can't wait for the season.
Oh, yeah. What do we got? Probably like 50. 50
right around 2 months.
Yeah. Rattler will take over Carr at some point and look like one of the better QBs from the draft. Okay.
Ooh,
Always in for your hot takes. Mike Marley says, I hope not.
I don't have as much Carr as I did last year, but I still, when I need a late quarterback, I get Carr. Cup at 21, man. Cup was going like late 20s in the early drafts that I was doing, and then just keeps catching up more and more. Sometimes I'll get Puka at 10, and I'll take Cup at 15 just to get a little bit different.
Yeah, and then make sure you get Stafford.
Yeah, I'll even reach on him if I have to when I do that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I did a draft yesterday. Someone in the one spot took Burrow at 48. And then they took like Stafford at 100. I'm like, what are you doing?
At 100? What? That's 40 something. Wow. That's the people you want to be drafting with.
Yeah.
As long as they're not drafting like 5 quarterbacks. Like we talked about a little last week. Best ball is one of the interesting, like in DFS. Play against all the fish. You would love to play against all the fish and no one sharp. Playoff best ball, you almost want to draft with everybody sharp because you need to stack. Otherwise, you're pretty much dead. So like, and then I would say normal best balls in the middle where you want fish that are drafting bad teams, but you don't want some dude drafting 5 or 6 quarterbacks or 5 or 6 elite tight ends because then it pretty much narrows down your roster construction. You're still competing against a 160,000 person field, assuming it all fills, which I don't think it will, but you still need elite teams. You can't have other people screwing the draft. It hurts you in the long run as well. Those type of players always snipe my guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
You should not be worrying about sniping other people in best ball. Like it's really about your team.
Yeah. On DraftKings, I've done maybe 5 DraftKings drafts, but in like half of them, there's already 3 or 4 dead teams. They have like 4 or 5 quarterbacks on there. Took 3 quarterbacks in the first 5 rounds, something like that. So that's one reason I do want to get some DraftKings exposure. I just hate drafting on there.
DraftKings is soft for sure.
What do I want? No, I got this Colts banner back here. I'll take Pittman.
I like Pittman a lot this year. Richardson stays healthy, man. They're Downs, Pittman, Richardson. They'll be fun. People I'm going to play a lot in DFS.
Yeah, I can see me doing that too.
Kelsey or Laporta?
I like Kelsey more, but who knows? Laporta was so good last year.
Yeah, it was. I'll go Laporta.
I think I'm probably underweight on both of them.
I know I have more Laporta. I love the dome spots. And like, man, golf has so many weapons. They spread it so much, but seeing how Dan Campbell will put up 40 on a team and not care in a dome fast, I think their defense gets scored on too in that division. But paying that much for tight end it hasn't worked out the past couple of years. Let's just say that.
I got a Laporta at 43 yesterday. I love when he falls to me like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm with you, Tyler. I mean, last year, man, he got there pretty much every game that he was healthy. Almost got there in first halves when he got concussions.
Yeah, just need him to stay healthy.
Yeah. I'd rather draft with sharp people and correlate my team and not advance to them and not advance than to advance and be dead. Oh, 100%. 100%. That's why at playoffs, when correlation matters even more, because you're picking NFC, AFC, you need a live team. You want to draft with all sharp people. This, you could argue a little both ways, but I agree. Rather draft probably with sharp than all dummies.
Yeah, me too. Just for the quarterback correlation, really. I just hate having 2 top wide receivers, then they snipe my quarterback for no reason 2 rounds ahead of time.
Yep.
When they already have 2 quarterbacks on their freaking roster or something like that. That's how it always works.
I was going to say, like, if he just went Hurts, I would have been like, yeah, come on, man.
All right. Dang, what do I do here? Let's go. You know what? I'll take Josh Allen.
Oh, shoot. I forgot I was on.
Get some Josh Allen, then maybe A-Rich as well. I like doing 2 elite quarterbacks and just being done every now and then.
Yeah. How many builds you got like that? I don't have as many like Josh Richardson. The most I go is like when I go Richardson, Burrow, Richardson, Caleb Williams. But you're totally fine with that if you're fine doing Allen, J.
I don't have much of it, but I do. I know I have at least 1 or 2 Hurts and Richardson, 1 or 2 Allen, Richardson. But yeah, not much of it. I'd rather have one or the other. But I just didn't love all these spots there. I would have been okay with T. Higgins, but getting them above ADP, I don't love. So I figured, let me just take that falling Josh Allen. I can correlate him with at least one of his wide receivers later.
I probably would have done the same. There's a lot easier with Josh Allen. Kincaid, usually you sometimes can get there. It'll be a little closer, 56, 51. But he doesn't have the digs going early. Like the Gabe Davis is in the middle rounds. Like there's a lot later options to pair with Josh Allen this year. And I'm always fine. Like I won it 2 years ago with Hurts and no other wide receiver paired with them. Josh Allen can rush for 14 touchdowns on the ground where you don't need necessarily a wide receiver that way. In a drafters format, I care about correlation, but it matters less than it does on DraftKings Underdog because week 1 means the same as week 17.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'll still try. I'll even reach a little bit for one of them, but if everybody else is reaching, maybe my last round pick will be like Claypool or something. Like
that makes sense.
G.
Kiefer, nice. Good to see you. Nice NASCAR team yesterday, man. Good to see you. Nice win there.
Nice.
I think I have one Bijan Brees team, and I got it at the turn or like 11-14. It's hard to get though.
Wow.
I think I have one though.
No, I don't think I have any. There's no way. I've got a few Bijan London teams. Still have yet to get a Brees and Wilson team. But I've seen someone in one of my drafts get it, and I was jealous. Shit. Is Mo Stacks in here? He doesn't.
I don't think Mo Stacks is in here. I don't know for sure though.
Man, I don't know what to do with those Green Bay wide receivers, so I've been getting all 4 of them.
Oh, but
man,
Jaden Dontavian Wicks. I think Wicks is my favorite. Like the eye test and like hearing the Devontae comparisons of some last year, he is so smooth on the outside. But yeah, Reed's a different kind. Yeah, Reed's a different kind. I mean, the Musgraves are interesting. Kraft really, really late as a dart, but yeah, that's what you're talking about. I got Wicks as my wide receiver 1, is the big play guy, but Reed probably leads the team in targets. Dobbs is the guy that just like I think it's either Wicks or Dobbs that has a way better year. Reed feels the safest, but it feels hard for Wicks and Dobbs to both be a beast. And Watson, like it's hard to pencil him in for 17 games is the problem. And I even think earlier in the year, 60% snap share, like they have enough guys. They're so young, they can go 2 tight end sets, etc. Like I think they're going to probably be a little cautious with Watson to start.
Yeah. Reed's my favorite. I think if there's a superstar, it's Reed. But at cost, I might have more Wicks than all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, the hamstring surgery. They went way in depth with analytics, science, and all that with one of his hamstrings. So I hope so. I bet his over 4.5 touchdowns for a good bit earlier. So I'll be cheering for him. They're just so young and so much talent.
I hope Mo Stacks isn't in here. He should be. Teach him a thing or two.
Yeah, Mo Stacks, what are you doing, brother? What are you doing?
Paying the rake.
What are you doing?
Man, I've never had a 0 wide receiver team through 6 rounds.
That's called Donation City, that right there, Mo Stacks. But I will say though, if he just drafts those, I still don't like it. But he has the Mahomes, Kelsey. He just has 4 running backs.
Yeah.
He goes receiver the next 8-9 rounds. Maybe the team looks fine, and you prove me wrong. I still wouldn't have went White there. But yeah, you're good at QB, tight end, running back. You're literally just drafting one position every single time. I want to see how the draft looks if he does do that.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, hopefully for him he does. But I definitely wouldn't have got White. I think you could have turned it around, but White just kind of ruined the whole team.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree there. I 100%. If he loved Henry, Gibbs, Hall, and he wanted to run the 3 running backs, you can play 3 running backs. So
But shit, maybe he thinks I'm dead with 2 quarterbacks through 6 rounds. So.
Most X goes and ships it all, and we drafted this team live, chirping them. It'd be time to retire.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I won't have any teams like that. So if that's what it takes, I'm out.
Yeah. And we appreciate everyone watching, all 25 of y'all. If you're watching on playback, appreciate you as well. Just do us a favor, hit that like button for us. Helps us out a ton, bringing you shows almost every single day. MLB All-Star break, so not as many shows this week. But I do know today we got shows. Tomorrow, Hoop and Tambo, we'll be talking PGA. Wednesday, D-Gen's back, emergency stream. Very excited for that one. Thursday, nothing. Friday, we're back with the MLB, though. MMA show as well. So, hey, still plenty of shows this week. Yeah, 4.5 touchdowns. Insane. I saw, I think DFS Oracle, the name on Twitter. He tweeted it out, and it looked way too low, and it got steam since. So, 4.5 touchdowns. Christian Watson, I got 4.5 touchdowns like a month and a half ago. This is Big Marley.
Least favorite of the 4.
Who is?
Watson.
Yeah, I had at least Watson too. That sounds like that could be a Big Marley question.
The Derby. Oh, home run Derby? Is that I don't know what any Derby.
I have no clue. I don't bet on that stuff. I think
idea.
Bobby
All right,
Witt does.
let's go. Keon Coleman.
Hold on. All right, my shit this weekend.
What did Rio ship 50K in?
He got a second baseball qualifier, the QC. So he has two in Chicago. Yeah, he hasn't even played that much much MLB either. He's on one.
Chicago, nice. When is that?
Week before, so August 23rd.
Nice. What do I have the 20th? I have something that day. Oh, my fantasy draft. My one season long fantasy draft.
There you go. Yeah. That's Saturday, so I believe that maybe it's the 24th, something like that. But yeah, he's got 2 seats, so good luck to Rio there. He got basketball, Rio. He took 10th or 14th. I was there with him too. He ran a little bad with Capella Kongwu stuff, but yeah, Rio's had quite the year.
Look at Mo Stacks over here.
Dude, what are you doing, dude? Like, this is what we're talking about. And I'm sitting here wanting running backs.
He's got them all.
Go Collect wants running backs. T-Dubs wants running backs. Yeah, wow. Mo Stacks killing me as well.
Mo Stacks, go sign up and ship it.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see what he gets here. This is the running back range too. Like, how do you pass up on running backs now?
Yeah, I mean, I really hope he finds a way.
Yeah. Zamir White. I like Zamir White a lot. I mean, in this range anyways.
All right, go Mo Stacks.
I like to load up on my running backs.
Wow, you went receiver.
Snipe me on a receiver.
If y'all do one of these a weekend, I'm in. We'll do one a week. But this let me draft. It'll be at night for the next couple. So I know next week we'll do it at night sometime. Yeah, we'll let you know the schedule. I got a wedding coming up. I'll be in Florida coming up. I have my own wedding coming up. So times and stuff will be mix and match for sure this year. But one a week we'll get out.
I got Leon and Aspinall.
Man, I like Bilal at price, but he keeps getting bet down. I liked him when he was more like the plus 185, 190 range. He keeps taking money. Still, I'll say Bilal there. Hard to go against Aspinall, so I'll say Aspinall.
I bet Bilal over Leon last time, and as that fight was going on, I was like, oh no, I fucked up.
I was on the other side too, and now I'm going to the other side. Bilal just looks so good sense, but yeah. I fucked up, and then he took the Brundage way out.
Yeah, I was like, yes.
Dude, Brundage, it ended up helping me, I guess. It killed me in cash.
Yeah,
and I had some good
trust me.
Al-Hassan teams.
I had some sick teams that needed Brundage, mainly Brundage. If he just got the DQ win again, it would have been cool.
That would have been bogus. That would have been so bogus if he got that DQ win.
I never luck out on those type of things. It always hurts me.
So bogus. Yeah, Philly. We talked about it like 5 minutes into the show. Big Marley thought maybe 2 games. It really depends on the games. Still in at cost on 2 games. Drafters, if it was 4 games, I'd probably need to be in the 105, 110 range, maybe ADP. DraftKings, Underdog, I still think 4 games, you're fine because you're playing mainly for the last 3 weeks playoffs, but depends on suspension and where ADP goes. You're good. No, you're good. Can anyone go to those MLB Live finals and watch? I'm gonna make the trip. No, you need to qualify or be a +1 to someone. And I appreciate that, Philly. Appreciate that, man. Hey, you bet on fire too. Keep it up.
Hell yeah, congrats.
They need to cut Brundage. They have to cut Brundage. Like after the 2, and they have to cut Brundage.
I never want to see that guy again. God, he's the worst.
What was the news today? What did John Jones say?
No, I didn't. I don't know. I didn't see. I haven't been on Twitter.
What was the news, Ben? All I'm saying is, yeah, Buddy literally just wants Stipe, and then I think he wants to retire. He don't want the Aspinall smoke. He don't want the. You don't want that smoke.
Aspinall is going to light up the heavyweight division for a while, I feel like.
Yeah. No, John Jones wants Stipe, and then he wants to be done and call himself the GOAT. But hey, it's not my business.
I didn't get A-Rich, I would take Love here, but we'll double up on Allen. I'm loving this team. Bijan got him to fall. Hell yeah, I'm shipping it with this. You guys might as well quit. It's over. Singletary. I don't have much Singletary this year. I was really heavy on him last year because I felt like he could end up taking Pierce's job. I just don't like any Giants this year.
No Giants. I think Malik Neighbors gets absolutely fed. That's all the rumors about it. I think they're trailing. This Leighton Hyatt, like in the last couple rounds, I go there. Singletary and Neighbors though. Singletary's just such good vision. One of my buddies is a scout for the Texans. He talked like how he fit the zone read system way more than Pierce had downhill and stuff. And they run pretty similar in New York as well. A lot of just make one cut and go, and he has very good vision. So I think he can succeed there.
Yeah, Pierce was a fade for me last year, but this year he's one of my higher owned running backs probably just because he's 20th round, 18th round, something like that. And I don't love Mixon. And even if he gets traded, I feel like that could be a good thing for me.
Yeah.
Or cut, as long as someone else gets them.
2 misdemeanors. Yeah, I don't know, man. Do you think it's time? Yeah, we do. Wow. I mean, but the 2 misdemeanors right there. I could totally see this. I think that's like the ultimate what he'd want. But I don't know how he could finesse going Alex instead of Aspinall. But if the UFC gave him that, and then he could retire in the sunset and be the 3 triple champ or whatever who's trying to do it. Yeah, I think Jones would walk through Pereira and then just get it. So
yeah, I'd pick him to beat anybody but Aspinall.
Anybody but yeah.
I'd be taking Dallas. I'll take him then.
Dallas Goedert. Yeah, the thing is, he's the same bye week as Laporte at 5 too. And even if I didn't go Laporte, and this is something I like though, because almost all my Hurts teams I've had, because I sometimes take Hurts even without Devontae or AJ Brown. Almost all of them have Goddard, so it is nice. I do like to mix it up a little bit. Now this Hurts stack doesn't have Goddard, makes me a little different, etc. But I couldn't take him because Laporta. I'm not going to go 2 tight ends same bye week, especially that early. And then even if it was a different bye week, I still use so much draft capital. I'm not sure I would have done that.
Yeah, most of my Hurts teams have Goddard.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's so easy.
I'd say most of them have one of Devontae or Brown, but if he falls 5+ picks past ADP, I'll snag him without one of them.
I mean, when you QB sneak every single time for a
Yeah.
touchdown, like you don't need to throw it to nobody. You just take your 6.
Yep. Sometimes
I
I
mean-
take him with Barkley and just lock up all the touchdowns for that team.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like it more in a drafters format, I think too, but definitely makes sense. I mean, I think he played a lot of hurt. Think he played pretty hurt last year too, so I'm expecting a little bounce back. Hey, Philly Phantom. Remember, that's the name saying this. Everyone is sleeping on the Eagles. They will be a top 2 team this year, 100%. I have to give you shit, Philly, but yeah, I mean they'll be good.
I hate the word 100%, especially as a handicapper, but give him like
well, when it
62%.
says Philly Phantom in the name too, yeah, he had a bad knee, definitely. What are your thoughts on this, Big Marley William?
Yeah, I've got a couple of those. I prefer 3 of them, but yeah, I have no issues with all 4 since they're not like the first 4 or 5 rounds. You get Cousins late, and he's got to feed those 3 guys.
Yep, in a dome.
Where are we at? 128. Do I take a second Indiana guy? Let's do it. Double stack both of my quarterbacks. I don't really love double stacking A-Rich just because I don't trust him to throw enough to really feed both guys. But I like Pittman, I like Downs, and I like A.D. Mitchell. So it's like, I guess I might as well take 2 of them. I won't take all 3, but I'm cool taking any 2 of the 3.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. How would you rank those 3 at ADP at cost?
Well, Pittman, of course, and then I don't really care on the other 2. I would say I think A.D. Mitchell has more of a chance to be like a superstar than Downs does, but I think Downs is like your better cash game play, more of a medium player. But on Underdog, A.D. Mitchell's going like 116th ADP or something like that. So I get Downs on Underdog and then A.D. Mitchell when he falls over here on DraftKings.
People make me laugh in chat. Not even going to entertain that. Feel like a nice stack to draft is Kyler, McBride, Dortch, Connor. Don't have to really reach high. Plus, Kyler's running upside. Can always get Marvin Harrison. I love McBride. When I get Harrison, I'm good with. Even Benson, I think, is interesting at running back too when I pair with them. So yeah, I think there's a lot of ways. In the dome too with running upside. Like I'll never hate on a quarterback like that.
True. I even have one Flacco team just because I had I think I had Taylor and Pittman. Someone sniped me on A-Rich. So last round I took Flacco.
Love it. Man, that dude, what a story. Came in and just gunslinging.
Best of his life at like 50 years old.
Comes off the couch and then they lose the punter in week 14 or 15, have to go for it on every 4th. Amari goes for 300. Oh my gosh.
He was falling asleep in the night games on the bench.
That was that was fun.
Do you prefer Najee or Warren? Whichever one falls, to be honest.
You prefer you like Dowdle over Zeke? I think I do too.
I do.
Like it just feels so much more upside there. I agree.
Damn, yeah, Zeke 126 ADP. I got Dowdle ranked above him.
Yeah. How risky is it to take one for number 1 to start the year and then stack up, guys? How risky is it to take one for sure number 1 to start the year and then stack up guys like McCarthy, May, Nix? You know exactly what he's saying. I think you can play I'll draft JJ McCarthy when I have Addison, when I have Jefferson, when I have something like. But I'm a little confused on to take number 1 for number 1 to start.
Yeah.
We got the same person that's coming in here trying to say the same comments under these new YouTube. Hey, maybe go do your research, big boy.
Which one were we talking about? Oh yeah, I with Najee and what are we talking about? Najee and Warren.
This question,
the other guy. Maybe you're talking about like
right
a
here.
real number 1 quarterback, like Josh Allen, Hurts, and then skipping all the way down to the final rounds.
Okay,
Maybe that's what he means.
I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm totally. If you go elite quarterback, if that's what you mean, I'm
But
totally.
I like it more for Josh Allen, who has a week 12 bye, because those guys might not be starting by week 5 when Hurts needs his bye. So I like it more for the later buys. Same with like a TJ Hawkinson. I don't get Hawkinson when I have another tight end who has an early bye week. I like Hawkinson when they're replacing my week 11, 12, 13, 14 bye guys, because he should be back and be okay by then.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Yep, Big Marley got it. Went over my head. You're good, Ryan. Hopefully that answered it. How often are you guys doing QB +3? I feel myself on a stop at 2, especially on Underdog and DraftKings. So I'll actually say I think it's more viable to go 3 on a DraftKings Underdog, because like you just hope to get that onslaught in week 14, 15, 16, or 15, 16, 17. Where like they just go out for 35, 40 points. And especially later in the year when scoring goes down because of weather, like you get those, you got Diggs, Nico Collins, and maybe that's not the best idea because I don't know if I want all Diggs, Nico, and Tank Dell. Something like a Downs, like you're talk about those 3 Indy receivers with Richardson. I'd be totally fine with that. I'd prefer it more on drafters and on Underdog and DraftKings, but on drafters, it depends on the ADP, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I have teams where I do have a quarterback +3, but usually those 3 I'm not using those. They're not 3 receivers in the top 100. It's maybe 1 in the 150. Like, all right, Jordan Love, then you pick 3 of Wicks, Dubs, Reed, and Watson. I'm totally good with that. But I wouldn't go. I'm not going to Doomsday, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen with Caleb Williams. That's too much draft capital at one team, is kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, pretty much any team. I only want 2 pass catchers, and then I'd be okay throwing in a running back as well. But I don't want 3 wide receivers from the same team almost ever, to be honest with you. So even if they fall, I know I've passed up on Wicks because I have Reed and Watson or something like that. And at that point, I just wish I didn't take Watson, and I would much rather have Reed and Wicks. But you just never know. So I stop at 2.
There you go. I do like that. That's all. Levitan made a tweet about this a couple weeks ago. Tennessee's just going to air the ball out. Love that. Ridley, D-Hop, plenty of options.
Yes, I mean, both of their running backs are pass-catching running backs too, so they don't have a Henry to just feed.
Very good point. Pollard and Spears.
I didn't love that Thielen pick I just took, but I didn't love anybody else that was in there. And first half of the year, Thielen was like one of my biggest misses last year, but then he finally started slowing down. I was like, whew.
Yeah, he definitely. So yeah, I mean, the start for him, old Dusty, because Bryce Young can't throw it more than 12 yards down the field to the 5-yard slant, 5-yard hitch route right in the middle was so money. There's Will Levis right there.
Hopkins, Ridley, okay. Yeah, I like that reach when you got all those guys.
I'm gonna go my second QB, Gino with JSN. So now I'm good on QB.
So
and I again, when my winning team, I didn't have a quarterback the past 2 weeks, and I had the star QB, but it really made me think, like, while I'm fine going elite QB and then the full punt in the last round, at least you want to feel confident that he's gonna start most of the year. Like, man, it was rough when I had Zach Wilson as my backup and he was benched like after week 10, and you just knew you were relying on 1 or you're getting a 0 at a position that people are getting 25 plus a week. Go Collects last year, he drafted a QB relatively early. It might have been Lamar, and he still went 3 QBs. I'm more open to that than I was in the past, just because we talked before talking about it too. You really don't want to take a 0 at QB. Easier to take one at tight end. It shows how much wiggle room there is. You still can win it all, but every year the tournament keeps getting more and more people. You need to be more and more perfect. Really hard to get there with a 0. So I am good with 3 QBs, even if you do go 1 pretty early with 20 rounds, especially with 20 rounds.
3 QBs would have really helped you last year because I had 2 on most of my teams, and then by the 8th week, most of them had no quarterbacks left. I had so much Rodgers, and he's done after like 1 pass. I had a ton of Cousins. He tore his Achilles too. I had a ton of Burrow. He went down. Like everybody that got hurt, I was overweight on. It sucked.
So many injuries. Yep, exactly. Yeah, Lamar. It was Lamar. I knew you had Stroud because he carried it a lot. Then you did go Stafford too. So
3.
Even with an elite QB last year, you did see a team. And again, it's way more valuable on DraftKings and drafters with 20 rounds. Those extra, it's 16 on an Underdog, right?
18.
Or is it 18. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was less. Those last 2 rounds mean a lot, though. You'll see how dusty those players can be in those last 24 picks.
Yeah, I like Chubb on this team as well because all my buys, we got week 10 bye, week 12 bye, week 12 bye. So those are the teams I like Chubb on. And I take Chubb when he falls. Like I haven't heard anybody bullish on Chubb this year. So that's when I'm like, you know what? Let me just fade everyone else and I'll take him when he starts falling to me.
Makes sense. He's already squatting. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. I'll never do that in my life.
No, me neither.
Give me all the steroids. I still won't be able to get there. All right, what we got here? And I got 2 week 12s already. Who's got Rodgers? You know what? Go collect with Rodgers. I'm not gonna. I'll take the running back from you, not the wide receiver.
Very easy. Set up a nice backdoor Seattle stack. Good at tight end, good at QB.
Boom. Yeah, I need another wide receiver. Maybe I should have. I mean, that's not wide receiver, tight end, but I'm cool with any one of these. So whoever they want to fall, I'll take them.
There you go. You'll at least get one of them. Well, I mean, that's assuming. Yeah, now you will. I was assuming most stacks wouldn't be a clown and go 3. You never know with him, though.
Lately, I've been getting a lot of Jonnu. I kind of like him the most, especially because I've got it at week 5. So I don't think Likely's going to be doing much at week 5. You almost need Andrews to go down. And then Likely's one of the top tight ends in the whole league, I feel like, if that's the case. But I don't know if Andrews is going to go down, and I doubt it would be top 5 weeks. So I'd rather have an Otten or Jonnu here.
Herbert or Mitchell? Herbert or Mitchell?
If CMC goes down, Mitchell's a league breaker, so I prefer maybe him for that reason. But Herbert has an actual chance to take over the job where Mitchell does not.
Yep. Good points in both.
Without an injury, that is.
Yeah, like you mentioned, like if somehow, and knock on wood, this doesn't happen, we're not talking injuries in existence, but CMC goes down in 2 weeks, like Cam Akers did 2 years ago, and Elijah Mitchell will be a 3rd round if they didn't do anything? Like Darrell Henderson went from like 14 round to the 5th round.
Yeah, he'd be top 4, I would say.
In that offense, and if they didn't make any moves, yeah, I mean, it'd be really, really high. And again, you don't draft just because of that, but
yeah,
you have to think, especially at the running back room with someone that gets as many touches, as much, takes as many hits and stuff as McCaffrey does. I have any status on Cousins' injury. I just expected him to be good to go week 1, but I haven't heard much.
Same. I haven't heard anything, but I would expect him to start week 1.
What's up, Jordan? How we doing? Good to see you. Any Parkinson love since he's the number 1 tight end option for Stafford and they love to throw?
Nah, not really. I don't have any Parkinson. Maybe one.
The thing, yeah. I mean, with Kupp and Puka, the options are so like Stafford has to trust his tight end. He did like Higbee. It's not. I don't think Parkinson's any worse than Higbee was last year at that point of his career, but I don't have too much. But again, I don't have many drafts that have been this way that I get to the round 17, 18, 19 since I fired up a lot of slow drafts as of late. So better start drafting Mitchell. Again, it's the upside can be there, but when you're drafting anyone in the 16th round, you can't be expecting too much.
I mean, you don't need Mitchell if CMC is going to stay healthy because Mitchell's not going to do anything. But just if that happened, then it'd be huge for Mitchell.
Yep.
But at the same time, he has no chance of just taking over CMC's job where a lot of these other guys could.
Yeah, Herbert could be the running back 1. I mean, we talked about him last show. I drafted him, like the explosiveness on him, the ability to catch the football out of the backfield. They just do have a lot of guys, but
I like Mitchell over the rookie.
Yeah, I like Mitchell over the rookie too. Like having Ty Chandler because that's as well. I mean, it feels really hard to see Aaron Jones be healthy
Otten fell to me.
for all these games.
And I was debating Otten over Smith, so I might as well just take them both. So it's going to be a 2-6-9-3 for me.
So I did go Herbert. So in this build, I'll tell myself maybe Roshan takes Herbert's spot or something like that.
Yeah, I like that. When I'm debating Herbert and then he goes,
yeah,
give me Roshan.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, Herbert's getting cut now.
I've got a lot of Herbert. I like it. Multiple ways you can stack them. The problem is they're going to run the heck out of the football, but you're talking like if I'm saying looking at every single ADP, like who's just more talented by the most compared to their ADP, I think it is Justin Herbert. Like you're talking a top 5 QB still, in my opinion, talent-wise, everything. It's just when Joshua Palmer is your number one, when Harbaugh is your coach, they literally just want to run the football. That's the only downside. But, man, if they're trailing and stuff, he'll have some fourth quarter and second half runs, I think, where he puts up points in bunches.
Although I think he's talking Khalil Herbert.
Okay. But that reminded me, you got to be right. He probably is. But that did make me think about Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I like Justin if I get Ladd or Palmer. I don't get a lot of Ladd, but I get a lot of Palmer.
Yeah, we're talking Tennessee and throwing a lot. A little Tyler Boyd is one of my OG favorites.
Hill's a quarterback on Underdog this year, but not on Drafters. What do I want here? Damn, I can't get Tank. I got too many Week 12 buys. Shit, I don't know what to do.
You have 9 seconds. 8,
I didn't already
7,
have a third.
6, 5, 4.
Yeah, I'll take Zay, I guess.
The ADP difference.
Yeah, if I didn't take Smith and Otten, I would have gone Woods there.
Oh, yeah, because the 4. Yeah. I probably would have done the same. T-Law, I think, is like 117 range. Herbert, 130 something range. If I remember off the top of my head right.
All right.
Getting to the meat and potatoes. Let's see what my man Sean Sullivan's working with. Okay, I like it. Get the Dallas at the Ferg with Tolbert and Lamb. You got Lamar naked. You got Bateman there. I like it. What else we got next? Chris, 2 elite running backs.
Although he didn't let Addison fall at all. He still took him a 72.
Yeah. Chris's team looking solid. Kevin. Yeah. I like Kevin's team a lot too. A lot of these teams looking good.
Except for Mo Sticks.
Yeah, Mo Sticks. He punted for everyone else. Yeah. Every team I've clicked on looks good.
See the defending champ.
Rodgers.
Conklin. Yeah, I like it.
You went when you go receiver, all that to start. You got to figure out the other spots.
He's the one who took Chark from me. I was wondering where Chark went. I was like, I swear I just saw him. Yeah, Chark's my highest owned guy over here on Drafters right now. And I don't think he's going to like dominate. I'm not high on Quentin Johnson. I can just see Chark taking over that deep ball type of receiver.
Yeah, I mean, when he had a 6th grader throwing the football last year, like you gotta give him the ball up and let him get contested catches. He's got a better chance this year for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully he's my Mike Williams this year without getting hurt.
I was going to say, you don't want Mike Williams.
All right. I need a non-week 12 running back. We're taking Justice Hill. You like Odell more than if Washington was there? Would you have preferred Washington over Odell?
I still think I'm on the Odell train. I think the name will get him on the field enough, and I
Yeah.
do still believe that if he wants to be him, I still think he can be half of what he was, and they'll just all one-on-one. So I lean OBJ there.
Same. I have him ranked above him, just right above him. I have it. I think OBJ and then Washington right after. I wouldn't really want them both. I have it that way so I can get one or the other.
Makes sense. I'd still, if you got the two in the last 2 rounds, though, I still like kind of back to my Hyatt Slayton thing. I don't hate it because essentially you're pretending you only drafted one, but you're just hoping that one just was way better and one just was weeded out of the offense.
True. Go collect getting Fields. So you got any Pittsburgh? You don't really need a stack of Fields though.
So would you go running back or receiver with my team?
I'd go running back. Deontay Johnson, that's another guy I have like none of.
I hardly have any either. That's but I'm literally thinking in my head like he's gonna be like the Thielen. Bryce Young can't throw it down the field. 7-yard slants. Give me 10 catches a week.
Who's chatting over here?
I'll go running back with my Gainwell.
Some ugly.
Some
All right. What do I want? I want
Woozy's the one guy. Let's see what his team's like.
Yeah, let's see here.
Well, your team's ugly. Woozy, what are you talking about? Woozy's team's ugly. Yeah, Woozy,
He's
come
got
on, man.
the golf stack at least. Bryce Young, I hate Bryce Young.
No, it's
not
the
horrible,
worst,
but I don't love it.
Ain't the team I want.
There's a stack with Daniels, but I don't like Sanat. Damn, Sanat was going to like 160s a month or two ago, though.
Wow.
Now he's all the way down to 200.
All right, let's talk through your team. We'll go. Yeah, you go, then I'll go, and then we'll pick members and stuff that were in this draft that we know, and then we'll get on out of here.
All right, yeah, I went elite quarterback, Josh Allen and Anthony Richardson. Knew I was done at quarterback after those two. Bijan fell to me at 8, which I absolutely love when that happens. Zach Moss is my highest stolen running back of the year so far. I love Ken Walker, so I might as well hedge a little bit with Charbonnet. Nick Chubb fell to me. When he falls passed around, I usually take him. Got a ton of Braylon Allen. I don't love it unless Breece Hall gets hurt, but I got a lot of Breece Hall, so it's all right. And then Justice Hill, I got a ton of Justice Hill this year. Just kind of hoping he's the number 2. Devontae Adams can never go wrong there. Michael Pittman got the stack with A-Rich. Jaden Reed, my favorite Green Bay wide receiver. Keon Coleman to stack with Josh Allen. Khalil Shakir to stack with them as well. Josh Downs to double up on A-Rich. Adam Thielen, probably my least favorite. Him or Zay Jones, my least favorite picks on this team. Then my last pick with Khalif Raymond, the speedster. And then I like my 3 quarterbacks, Dallas Goedert, Jonnu Smith, and Cade Otton. If I don't get 3 quarterbacks, I usually get 3 tight ends. If I get 2 tight ends, usually I'll get 3 quarterbacks.
I like it, yeah. 2, 6, 9, 3.
Yep, 2, 6, 9, 3. That's my favorite.
Very standard. My team, 2, 7, 9, 2. I went Hurts early, so I knew I was only going to go 1 quarterback after. I went Geno Smith because I reached a little bit, but I had JSN and the other quarterbacks in that range. I had no other pass catchers with. Tight end, I went early Laporta, so I knew like when Goddard was there, even if there was the same bye week or different bye week, I'm not sure I would have taken him because I plan on using Laporta a lot. It went nice. Noah Fant fell to me when the round after Geno Smith needed a second tight end, got correlation, so I knew QB and tight end. I was just going to go 2 when I went Hurts, Sam Laporta. I went receiver pretty early, first round, second round. So I ended up on 9. 2 of them were really late, though. I was debating the Gainwell or receiver late. Big Marley thought running back. I was leaning Gainwell with a little Philly exposure correlation to Hurts as well. But Feel good at receiver. Running back, I had to wait a little bit. Cook, running back 1. Swift, running back 1. Singletary, running back 1. Then Rico, Mitchell, Roshan, Gainwell. Because I have Swift, I have Roshan as well. Herbert is in the equation, but just say Swift goes down or something. I am fine going 2 running backs, especially the later the ADP goes, handcuffing, something like that, because if Swift goes down middle of the year, Roshan, if you knew that, would be like 120 ADP or maybe 100 ADP, etc. If Swift's good all year, I probably won't use Roshan much. I'm fine with that. It was a late pick. Mitchell, if C-Max somehow goes down, Rico, but if he takes over the Zeke spots, but I waited a little bit at running back. That's why I ended up going 7. 2-7-9-2. I'm happy with my team. I got Hurts, Brown, Gainwell correlation, and I have Geno, JSN, Noah Fant. So I like the squad.
Yeah, I like it.
You go Sean Sullivan at number 1.
I got 2-6-10-2. We got Lamar stacked with Bateman and Walker. I do like getting those two, especially if I miss out on Andrews. We got Prescott stacked with CD. You could definitely not go wrong there. He's also got Ferguson and Tolbert. That's looking solid right there. I like his stacks a lot. Devon A-Chain, Pollard, Eckler, Bucky Irving. Got the rookie from San Fran and Evan Hull. Looks good to me. Debo as a second wide receiver. I like that. Terry McLaurin. I really don't have a lot of Terry McLaurin this year, but I do like him. I need to start getting more of him, to be honest with you. And then he said, screw the Addison news. I'm taking him at 72. I like getting one of the Green Bay wide receivers on my team when I can. So he's got Dubs. Mooney's a solid late round pick. He should be the solid number 2 wide receiver over there. And then A.T. Perry, solid last wide receiver. Taysom Hill. I love me some Taysom Hill. Especially he could take over Derek Carr's job, be the number 1 quarterback, and you get him at tight end. So always love getting Taysom Hill, especially when he's got a different bye week than the guy that you already have. So it's a good team. I wouldn't really change much about it, to be honest.
I like it. Good stuff, Sean. We'll go number 3. I know Chris is in here. I don't think 2 is. If we skip you and you want us to talk about it quick, you can. Chris goes 3-5-9-3. So right away when I see 5, I look at his running backs. He went running back in the first. I mean, yeah, he was on the pretty much a corner. So round 1 and round 3, 2 elite running backs. I like only getting 5 there. Zeke, Clyde, Tank. Looks good to me. Quarterback, he went Burrow as number 1. Then he waited till the 147. So, yeah, I would go 3 QBs with this one as well. He went Parkinson with Stafford as his late round correlation with Stafford. He also has DeMarcus Robinson. So he has 2 pass catchers there. Deshaun, he has Judy Tillman, so he correlated late with his last round pick there. Then Burrow, he has Higgins early, and that is it, but that's all you need. So he correlated every single quarterback. He went Kincaid, but then, yeah, he went Parkinson late as the 3rd tight end to get some correlation, and he waited on the 2nd tight end late. So went receivers early as well, stacked them up, so he went 9. 2 of them were pretty late. Obviously, good team, Chris. Good stuff. And I assume you plan on maxing it again. It's your first draft, though, so welcome to the Drafters board in 2024.
Yeah, I feel like he was in a lot last year with us.
Yeah, he maxed it, yep. Go to, Kevin right there.
His first team.
Kevin is in here.
Kyler Murray, and he stacks here. We got late stack with Michael Wilson. Oh, yeah, he got McBride, so I like that. Herbert. Stacked with Ladd and Quentin Johnson. Solid. And then he went Bo Nix. I probably would have stopped at 2 with those personally, but let's see what he went. He got Javonte Williams and he got Sutton, so you might as well. Yeah, I like that then. Cool with 3 quarterbacks there, especially if you're going 2 tight ends. 3-6-9-2. Love that kind of build. Kyron Williams, really high on him this year. Javonte Williams, I really don't have a whole lot of them, but since he correlates with your team, I like it. Gus Edwards, another guy I really don't have a lot of, but he correlates with your team. Jalen Wright. Dang, that running back situation on Miami's tough, man. You really need Achane and Mostert to go down, but if that happens, this dude could eat. He took your Khalil Herbert, got Madison late. Tyreek Hill dropping to 4. You got to like that. Cooper Kupp, one of my favorite wide receivers this year. Hollywood Brown, I love him as well. Ladd, slot wide receiver for the Chargers with Herbert. Cortland Sutton, stacked up. Mike Williams, my boy. Quentin Johnson, stacked up Michael Wilson. Juwan Jennings, last pick. I don't hate it. I don't really have much of it, but I don't hate it at all. And then Trey McBride and Chig at tight end. Don't think I'd really change up too much there either.
I like it. Makes sense, Chris. Yeah, last year I tried to spread it out, did a lot more early too, and it was not a great year to draft a little early. So I assume you think the edge is late, and I think that probably is. If I had to pick, I'd rather do a little later than earlier this year because of injuries and all that. And I do think there's a case for just a lot more casuals hopping in, FOMO, etc., drafting then too. But I like it. Let's go 2 left. Go collect. I'll take, and then you go T-dubs. 3, 6, 9, 2. What stands out right away? 3 quarterbacks. I would have went 3 quarterbacks with this team as well. The tight end, though, I'd probably go 3 tight ends with my first being Conklin. So that stands out. I mean, you're absolutely loaded at receiver. You're so loaded that I probably would have even went 8 and probably got an extra tight end there. But hey, you're the defending champ. Go collect. I shouldn't be telling you any words, just overviewing it, though. 6 running backs. White, Jones, Spears, Benson, Foreman, Sermon. Those 4 right in the mid-tier make some sense. Yeah, the only thing I would have done is 1 less receiver, 1 more tight end. But like I said, you just won 20 stacks drafting. You know what you're doing.
I like it. I don't think I would change it. I would keep that 3, 6, 9, 2. I like it.
You're good with those 2 tight ends?
Yeah, Schultz being your number 1. And then if Rodgers stays healthy, I think Conklin's a safe number 2.
There you go. So that right there, you got Big Marley's approval. Let's go T-dubs to finish it out.
We got here 2, 7, 8, 3. Okay. We got Jordan Love. Who's he stacked with? Wicks, who we were talking about like the whole draft, it felt like, and Musgrave. Solid. Kirk Cousins, you got to like that. Stacked up with Drake London. Love it. He could be the JJ for Cousins this year. And we go Mixon.
Oh, except he ain't like, no one's like JJ, but he'll be a Dollar Tree version of JJ.
a poor man's JJ.
Yeah.
We got Mixon, Connor, Jalen Warren, Miller. Tracy's actually, I think he's the giant that I have the most exposure to this year. Shipley late. And then, how do you even say this guy's name? I don't even know. Oh, we got Rio hitting me up over here in chat.
Dylan Luabe?
Luabe, yeah. I don't hate that at all. I prefer Madison over him, but don't really care at all personally. I'm really on Zamir White over all of them, but if he's not there, I'm fine getting one of these guys in the last round. We got stacked up London, Nico, who I have a ton of this year, Tank Dell as well. I bet he was pissed when Stroud got taken. We got Christian Kirk, Rashee Rice, Wicks, who we already talked about, Troy Franklin, Faller, and then Andre, however you say this guy's last name. I like getting him when I have Burrow with nobody other than like a Chase and a Higgins. I'll throw this guy in late as well.
Yoshi.
Fryermuth, Musgrave, and Juwan at tight end. I like those 3. Now, I definitely would do 3 on this one since Fryermuth was his first. So, yeah, nothing I would really change here either, to be honest.
I like it. Awesome stuff. Always fun seeing multiple people in the draft room. Appreciate you hanging out, Philly. Again, Sean, Tim, Chris, Kevin, Gut P. Awesome to have you guys in the draft. We will be doing it starting next week sometime at night. So we'll let you know the day, once a week at night. Again, we'll let you know the day and the time. But if you're not a member, if you just watched it, or if you're not a member, head over to ShipItNation.com. Get in the NFL streets. We have right on the banner our NFL early bird special. You get in, you get all access for both, for all sports. So you join NFL now. You get NBA or you get MLB, not NBA, I wish. MLB, the best ball content, MMA, PGA, NASCAR. Use that promo code NFL50 if you don't click the banner. Otherwise, the banner gets you $299, the 50 off from $349. Includes the Shiptimizer as well. Also includes college football content, which people out there are charging $200, $300, etc. As you see in this draft, $300 for everything for football season. You can guess maybe whatever you think these colors mean for other companies. You are seeing what you have to pay for everything out there. ShipItNation.com. Click on the banner. Join us for the NFL season. And again, you get all access to all the other sports. Until then, and of course, if you're not a member at Drafters, head over to Drafters.com. Use that promo code SHIPIT. They will match $20 to $100. Final words for the people, Big Marley.
I mean, that was fun. Looking forward to the next one. See you guys Friday for MMA.
Yes, sir. See you guys Friday. Big Marley and I off to record the MMA education video, so be on the lookout for that. Have a great Monday. Have a blessed and safe day. We will see you next time for Big Marley on Titletown. Peace.